Yo, what's going on, guys? Lion Ripe back here today with a little update on our alt account. So we just recently hit level 65, and our last video we did at level 20, which is like the minimum threshold to get you kind of where things are running up in the right direction. And then after that, I think level 65 is like the next big jump, if I'm not mistaken. Level 70 is also a big one, but level 65, you unlock epic campaigns. But first, we're going to start left to right, go through everything. Challenges, you unlock things at 65 and 70. They're pretty much almost pretty easy with what the roster that we have. So with the event that's going on right now and the unlock of the Annihilators, we used our power cores to be able to unlock all of them. So we were doing decently in arena, but we haven't had as much time to play on this as other people have that are in our arena. So they have a little bit stronger of a overall team comp. Like I think at the moment we're sitting at 331. Nothing crazy, but it's good enough for how we're playing the game at the current moment. But then after that, all the events, be sure to keep doing those. But let's take a quick look at the roster review. So as you can see, I mean, our Annihilators are our big ones that we were dealing with. And I just hit level 65, so I could upgrade these guys a little bit more on their gear if I wanted to. Highly recommend doing that. They're going to take you a long way. As we mentioned earlier with the Spider Society, we've been continuing to level those up. And one of the cool things about with the newer accounts is that in the milestone section, I probably don't have access to seeing the first and second one anymore. I don't. But we do have access to the third strike pass. So the second one unlocked a bunch of the Mercs for Money maybe it was this one. Mercs for Money characters, Alpha Flight, Cabal, and you get the tokens that level them up already. So like next on our roster to unlock is Shuri and Hank, which is going to be huge because Illuminati is one of the best Cosmic Crucible teams. So they're giving you really good teams to be able to work with at an earlier stage than normal. And then Cabal we mentioned earlier, again, Cosmic Crucible, and then they're setting you up for the Alpha Flight team at level 60. So let's get back and look at the rest of our roster review, talk things through kind of what we're doing. In the roster that I'm in currently, or alliance that I'm in currently with, it's like 5 of us. It's me, one of my good friends, his girlfriend, one of their friends, and then one of our close friends. We're not doing anything super crazy. If you'd like to join, by all means, comment down below, join. I'll show you guys the raids that we're doing in a second. We hit the first time rewards pretty easily just by simming. We haven't really touched much of our Alpha Flight or our Cabal. We've kind of just left them at level 60 at the moment. I don't have enough other great characters to go with everything, so I'm kind of trying to keep things as narrow as I can at the moment. We've upgraded Kang a little bit just because Kang's a good plug and play character. As we mentioned before, I'm not going to go through everything at the moment, but Spider Society, not Spider Society, Superior 6, great team as well. We did opt to level up our Hive Mind team to level 64. I'll probably bring them to 65 in a little bit. We just haven't yet, because they are your bio raid team and they're pretty good outside of it, as well as your Extreme X-Men. Highly recommend them. We used Death Pool for the Mystic section. So for the Mystic section, we kind of, for most of the nodes of the story, we kind of just pressed the auto button and we were able to get 2 or 3 stars and just kind of worked from there, which was pretty nice actually, not even gonna lie. Like you unlock Out of Time, which we haven't touched pretty much anything other than Black Knight at the current moment. Again, I don't really need them, but like they're nice at the same time. And then everyone else we just haven't really done anything with. So we'll go next to the campaign section. Kind of talk about the nodes that you should be farming, and kind of going from there. So we'll start with the hero section. So we'll start at the number 1. Nothing really here. The one thing I will say I recommend is when you unlock a section, keep farming a node with the character shards until you've unlocked that character, and then you can go back and farm the important nodes after, because this, like, broadening your roster up gives you more heroes to use in Blitz, which is a way to get you more shards of other characters and stuff like that. So Mysterio is the only one on this one that I would consider farming. Venom isn't a bad choice. He does get replaced super late game, but like if you're the mid game player, which this is what this video is intended for, you're not gonna have Super Scroll. So Venom's what your normal option is. Don't farm any of these characters; they're all kind of trash. Same thing with these. I mean, again, farm them to unlock them. But this is where I would spend, especially because one of the missions is to use hero characters. I farm the Emma Stone one, because you have to, or Emma Frost. You have to have stars for her and out of time and other things to unlock Old Man Logan. So I'm kind of just getting like a small jump on making sure I'm farming her for later things, as well as Captain America here. Captain America is part of the Rebirth team as well as the Out of Time team. So he's a really good character to use. As you can see, I haven't farmed him, but like I have him at 5 stars. So like we're making good progress with him. The next section that we unlock any characters is level 70. You can see it's only city characters here. So we'll just use our Spire Society, press auto, and probably just win there. So next we'll go to the villain section. And Shang-Chi's not terrible, but like he's kind of outdated at this point. Wouldn't really do anything from here. Kingpin. Hela is not terrible, but again, if you're an early player, you're not going to have the rest of the Undying team. So like she doesn't get as much value as she could. Wouldn't touch any of these characters. Nebula's all right because the accessibility for Infinity Watch is actually really easy to get through. Rescue, at one point I would say farm, but the Orcus raid team is literally on the verge of coming out like this week. So this was a really hard node at one point because the Sinister Six characters weren't all that great because the Superior Six characters were not out at that point. Now they are, so this is a super easy, once you hit level 70, just use your Superior Six, call it a day. And then for the Nexus is where I probably end up farming a lot. So I need to remember to start farming Moon Knight because Moon Knight is getting reworked in the new Night Stalkers team. So he's gonna be part of your Mystic Raid team, as well as Agatha Harkness are the reworks. So I also probably need to be farming Winter Soldier a little bit more than I have been, because again, part of the Rebirth team, part of unlocking that Green Goblin Classic. So those are two nodes that haven't farmed today, but I should be farming. Thing, not a bad option to farm because he's part of the new Avengers team. He's a cosmic character, so I used him in the cosmic section for a couple of the things needed for unlock Green Goblin Classic. He's a node that's worth farming up if you just need something to farm. Mr. Fantastic is probably one of the best nodes of farmability that you can get. As you can see, I haven't touched him level wise yet. I'm waiting until I have the rest of the Illuminati team. But go ahead and start getting the stars on them where you can. So especially when they're on nodes early game, you don't have a lot of things to farm. So wouldn't touch any of these. Moonstone, again, if you want to build Infinity Watch, great. Ghost Spider, you're building that Spider Society team. This is an easy node to farm. Farm this one daily. And then Nobu, we do not care about Nobu. None of these characters we care about. So then on the 8th section, once you hit level 70, or you beat villain 7-1, it doesn't look like there's any restrictions. Let's see. So Bucky, don't care about. Red Guardian, don't care about. Mockingbird's not bad. And you can see only Shield, Brotherhood, and X-Men. So if you're building your Extreme X-Men, you don't even have to worry. Like, your raid teams are going to get you through all of the the sections of story mode. Story mode. That's what I was trying to think of. All right, let's see. So cosmic, again, use cosmic characters. Super easy. If you have Kang, use like Kang, Icarus thing, and Death Pool, and then Cosmic Ghost Rider was given, and I think I just steamrolled people with those at one point. Interested to see if they ever do anything with Taskmaster. They redid that artwork on him at one point. None of the other characters are really all that worth it in this section. Mystic Forces Rising. I think the only one that's worth farming in here, again, unlock the characters. They give you a little bit more gold in these sections, but be farming Lady Deathstrike daily. She's part of that raid team for the Orcus team. Again, as you can see, I haven't unlocked her yet. She's a pretty expensive character to unlock, but I just haven't got that far yet. And then for the ISO, so while you can target like these specific mini nodes, what I've figured out is that these aren't always guaranteed to give you one. If you farm these ones with the green ones, you're pretty much always getting a little bit, like you're always going to land at least a 20 piece, in my opinion. Whereas like you might go 2 or 3 and not get one here. The other thing is you get 1955 gold versus 965. So, I mean, quick maths, 965 times 2 is slightly less than 1955. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, but these give you just a smidgen more gold, which is really nice. And then once you hit level 75, you start unlocking more of the things. But we'll get to that at a different point. So the next thing that I want to go over, let's see, is the supply store. I think I have a fresh supply store, so I can go through this and kind of do what I would do live. So there's some events going on right now where you're spending your radioactive treats. I need to spend a little bit more to make sure I just have them. Am I anywhere near doing that? No, but it is what it is. So I farm the red or the purple ability spheres at the moment because there's not really too many things I need. I just unlocked these yellow gears, but I've been farming for like my missions and stuff like that, kind of just these. Like I know I need some for gore. Cool. I'm just going to go ahead and buy it because the uniques are what I tend to be out of the most. Blitz store, as we've talked about before, just buy the Blitz orbs. You get gold. It's not going to matter what characters you need. Like if you want to unlock a specific character like first, but like you're going to get so much value just from always opening these orbs, like 17 orbs right here, just from doing your daily blitzes pretty much and stuff like that. So we got 76,000 gold. All of these character shorts still, yes, they may not be characters we always care about, but the featured one right now is Gwenom. Again, part of the Hive Mind team, really good. We got some Namor, we got some Mockingbird. So like overall doing fine there. Raid store, be sure you're opening all your orbs here. As you can see, I haven't done that yet today. I'm still farming. I've slowed down on farming Craven because he's 4,200. I've been farming. Perfect. We're going to unlock Scientist Supreme right here because she's part of the new Orcus raid team. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure that we had unlocked Scientist Supreme to get ready because, again, raid teams are the future. Prepare for those. In the arena store, I got lucky with a random pull. I remember on one of my mega orbs and pulled 100 of Void Knight. Void Knight's not a bad plug and play character. You could go ahead and work on him. I worked on unlocking Agent Venom just to have the Rebirth team closer to being fully unlocked. Gambit, really good. Highly been considering just buying a bunch of Gambit, but I've opted to just be buying Peter B. Parker instead. I have not touched any of my Cosmic Crucible stuff at the moment. I'm kind of just hoarding it at the moment because I know by the time that I want to do things are going to change meta-wise. For the Elite store, don't buy any of your Dark promo credits at this point. Wait until you get more things out. So like, for example, Peter B. Parker, using one of these is not going to make or break me right now. You're going to end up getting so much silver currency. Like if you're using the character on the daily, go ahead and start buying the 1s through 4s. You're gonna get so many other credits that get you up, but these are just like super easy stat boosts that kind of get you through. Like for example, let's see, not diamond orbs. When it has these 10, uh, be sure to open that because chance for miscellaneous higher star, but 10 dark promo credits. Dark promo credits are going to be super valuable late game. I wish I'd been farming more of that, but you have so many of these random 4-star orbs that you'll get from blitzing and doing other things. Like we just got our 4 red noir that we didn't have prior. So like we're about to get a huge stat boost from there. And then as you can see over here, the ISO 8 store, we haven't really bought too much stuff from there. We've bought enough stuff there um to like get us through some of the main characters. So what I would do for your challenges is find the ones that are appearing the next day, get you to that threshold. So like for example, if the challenge requires 3 bio, make sure you have your 3 bio that you're working on. Once you're done with your 3 bio and you've done the challenges, see what the next day is. If it's mutant, start working on a little bit of mutant. So I spread it out my ISO a little bit as opposed to just being like, all these characters need this, because I wanted to make sure I could climb those challenges. That way I could get the auto battle as best I could and just kind of work from there. So from there, let's see. So we unlocked Cosmic Crucible. So my roster is not very deep at the moment. And so because of that, let's see, did I even win this one? No, there's zero reason for me to be winning at this point. It is not terrible. I actually slowed him down enough with that one room. But you can see that you're given all the hand teams. I have one room that's like kind of challenging, but like not really. If you're anything close to me, a lot of people just throw their 6 best teams, but then they don't have anything for offense. I'd rather have things for offense than for defense at this current point. So that's why I just threw the one random one. Because like, let's see, what am I going against? Yeah, this is a more reasonable team than the one that I went against last time. The other one had a bunch of like 300,000 teams. I'm like, you are like triple my power right now. Like I'm not supposed to beat you at the moment. All new season rules just happened, so be on the lookout for that. Be sure that you are doing your alliance raids daily as you can, because that's the easiest way to get you some good rewards. Again, as I said, there's like 5 or 6 of us. We're currently doing Greek 4 and Ultimus 7. We've been doing these for a while, even before I've even been level 65. So like as long as you've built a raid team, like you'll be okay. I've literally just pressed the auto battle button on my Spire Society team and my Extreme X-Men team, and I've never had any doubts. So then from there, you also unlock. So one of the unfortunate things is because we don't have a lot of people in our alliance, we haven't unlocked Alliance War yet. So again, if you want to be boosted a little bit and you're a lower level account, join us, donate, help get this alliance up a little bit, and we'll go from there. But we unlocked all the horsemen scourges. We can't, like, they just went through their cycle not too long ago, so like we'll make an effort to make some videos for those when those come out again. Super excited to see how the reworks are for those. But Apocalypse Saga got reworked. Like, see, we haven't even clicked on it yet. For like Morgan Le Fay, you need Morgan Le Fay at gear tier 13, 15, and 17. But like the rest of the characters don't have to be the old horseman teams, which is super nice. Dark Dimension. So there's the Shattered Dimension going on right now. I can't really do any Shattered Dimension. The recommended level is to be gear tier 14. I haven't even unlocked gear tier 13 at this point. So this is kind of just out for me, but there was a super good deal going on right now on my main account where you can farm the rewards daily. Dark Dimension 1, we will be doing a video on this at some point because it's only gear tier 12 that you need to do. They reworked Dark Dimension 1 and Dark Dimension 2. You used to have just have like 7 stars of a character to do Dark Dimension 1, but gear tier 13 for Dark Dimension 2. So the rewards from all the Dark Dimensions. Kestrel, huge character. She's one of the best mythic characters. She's a Marvel Strike Force original. She's going to be around for a long time. Once you get her, just start using her a lot. Same. I can't say the same thing about Ultron, but like you can see, like these characters aren't anything crazy. Like 29,000, 26,000. Like as long as I have enough firepower, which I could probably just take my Spire Society team and do that. Like as you can see, level 65. Let's see, you are gear tier 11, really close to gear tier 12. So like we're right on the cusp of that. We're gonna be able to just probably auto battle and just rock their world. It's gonna be awesome. Free rewards, excellent. So that's gonna wrap it up here. I wanted to point out we got extremely lucky by unlocking Thanos endgame. We pulled an 80 shard on him, so we got to save a little bit of power cores. We had about, I think, 6,000 saved up. We used a lot to unlock Gladiator, and then I think we got a 40 drop on a Gore at one point. So like we got extremely lucky on this alt account. I was like, where was this luck on my main account? But you know, it is what it is. So thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, comment, all that good jazz, and we'll see you next time. Peace.